Recorded live with little or no editing. It's Defense Up. I'm Run 7. How you doing? Today we're going over Todd's defense. That's right, it's Todd. And we're going to mix things up. The meta's starting to change. We're getting the news from people at the top that, doing the same things that we've been doing is no longer getting it done. So people are getting a little bit more tricky. And we're finding a new level, a new layer, if you will, to these same old defenses. So we had Jgiusti, ZKG, we had RolfKieran, we had some people in voice helping me out with these as usual, plus of course all of chat. And if you want to be a part of that conversation, then you need to show up live. Monday through Thursday mornings is when we usually do these things. And if you are a content creator, you can always jump on and voice your opinions in that and help us out through it. We grade on 5 different criteria, and I don't put this out enough. It's who you're using, their placement, their power levels, their ISOs, and what kind of mood I'm in. We have in Team 1, this is kind of becoming really a standard defense, and it's simply because it is the most efficient thing you can put in there. You don't need these guys and girls for offense. And they are a point sink, so you put them on defense, and this is fine. I'm going to go ahead and give this an A. Even though Phyla-Vell is a raider, who cares? It's going to perform just the same. You might even get a little extra damage out of Phyla-Vell because she's a raider, and she hits, on her crit, hitting 3 people and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't think it's going to change much at all. So normally she would be a striker for the double taps off of Nebula. Don't use Fortifier in the portable shield device room. It doesn't work as well. This team, pretty much, you're just redundantly spreading positive effects, and you're not really gaining anything. So this is fine. I'm going to go ahead and give it an A, even though technically I think that she should be a striker traditionally. All right, team number 2 is the Unlimited team with Emma. Personally, I run Unlimited with just Unlimited, a 5-piece Unlimited, and I keep Emma for offense. The Walking Hate counter, which is Dormammu, Shang-Chi, Kestrel, Sam. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, that team works just fine. You just swap out Shang-Chi for Emma, so it goes a little faster, and you can still basic into Gambit and then do all the things. Fury's on that team. He's going to speed him up and stuff, and you'll do just fine. The Walking Hate still beats that. That's why I like to just run the 5-piece anyways. However, the new hotness is to keep this team on offense and put Gamma in here. In fact, we like Gamma minus Green Hulk plus Nova. So you're swapping out Green Hulk for Nova on the Gamma team in here. We like that better. You treat it as a blank room. The Resurrection Protocols isn't really doing anything for that. And that's a good way to go. So yeah, let's do Gamma in here. For me, this is the 3rd best version you can have. Otherwise, the ISO, the placement, that's fine. Something else you can do if you want to run Unlimited, a really cool trick, is you put Unlimited in here, and then you take out Dazzler instead of Phantom X. You put Gambit on the end, and you replace Dazzler next to Gambit with your smallest X-Men person. That way, if they try to use the Walking Hate, they basic into Gambit, it chains over to the next person, the next person's really low, and they die, and that causes Rogue to taunt, and it screws the whole thing up. I'm actually doing that currently right now, and that's a trick you can do too. But we're switching to Gamma, and you should too. So switch it to Gamma with Nova. This team gets a B+. It's nothing to get excited about. It's not the best thing we could do. Over here is really close to a really super cutting edge team, okay? It's gonna be Eternals. Make sure they're in the corner for reasons. Then you put in Noir. Noir is trash. Don't build Noir. But if you did build Noir, hopefully you didn't T4 his passive, because if his passive doesn't have a T4, he really screws with the new Warrior team. So, properly built Noir in here is clutch. Then you put in Quicksilver because he can rewind the Gwenpool and cause more problems for that team. And then Silver Surfer's a good choice, but the ultimate choice is Doc Ock. Again, for reasons. They can't get offense down, and it stops the speed mechanic with Cloak. So Doc Ock in here is also the cool thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this team an A. It's still pretty good. but you'd get an A+ if we had Doc Ock in here. Also, we're hoping that Doc Ock is the next tech raid team and we get a rework to the Sinister Six and it's all tech people. I have no idea if that's the case, but wouldn't it be cool? And I'd like to just put that out in the ether for all of you to hear about. Hopefully rumors will go around enough and then people will be like, oh, next raid team's tech. But anyway, A for this team. Moving on. It's Wakanda in 4. Perfectly built Wakanda, great placement. You could probably build them a little bit bigger. Nakia and Black Panther, 1 mil. They need to be built bigger for the Black Order matchups in war. But otherwise, this is fine. It's an A. It's Wakanda. It's boring. It's going to call the Masters of Evil. It's whatever. Now, this is the Room 5 team. Don't put Gamma in here. Gamma doesn't work in Room 5. They don't time out right with the alts happening soon and the special. You need Red Hulk to start with his special and rewind some turn meter. That messes with people. So this team doesn't work right in Room 5. Don't use it. Slide it over to Room 2 and replace your unlimited team. That's where they belong. So other choices for Room 5 is the traditional one, which I'm currently using, which is a 5-piece Darkhold. You can upgrade that to 4-piece Darkhold with APOC, taking out the Scarlet Witch. That's a really tough team to beat, causes some problems. However, having APOC on offense is kind of necessary, so that's a tough call. The other thing that the new hotness here that I'm told is I'm working yesterday's meta, so everybody's making fun of me that I didn't know this. Putting Death Seed in here. You can run a Death Seed 5-piece, or you can swap out Psylocke for APOC there as well. And that's supposed to be a very inefficient matchup to beat no matter how you go into it. One thing that people are doing to beat the Death Seed in 5 is Doom Eternals. Doom Eternals is one way they're beating it, but they may have their Eternals over here in the Creeping Spiders room, so that would ixnay that. And then they got to do the mirror match, which is very inefficient and sloppy. So Darkhold APOC, Death Seed APOC, those are the things you want in here. You definitely do not want Gamma in here. This is a big fail for me. This is an F. It's a waste of a team. It's not going to play out right. It's really bad. So get this team out of here and do something different. All right, and finally, room number 6. It's everybody's favorite team, Rebirth. I don't know if it's everybody's favorite team, but it's what we put in 6 because Scopely tells us to. My favorite version of this is with Green Hulk in here as a healer. This is my favorite. This team gets an A. Let's talk about it, though. Ways that you can beat this are with the Death Seed team. With Green Hulk in here, it becomes a mess, but it's possible. The other way that people like to beat this is Undying with tunes like Omega Red, Mr. Negative. The Undying compositions can really do well. Undying Eternals in here works. So there's some things. So that's why people are getting tricky. They're moving, instead of using Death Seed in here, which can get sloppy, especially when you see Green Hulk, they're moving that into 5 because it's new, it's different, it's inefficient when you attack into it. And they're trying out other stuff that works in here because the APOC hold with Undying is a really risky matchup. So if you're going to use Undying, it's better to use them here than on that Darkhold team in 5. So we're moving things around, right? This team gets an A. We like it. We want to remove Gamma out of here. This was an F. We're talking about using Death Seed or just the standard last week's meta, is Darkhold and stuff. This is what it is. Over here, we love this team. We just want to see Doc Ock in here. That is actually, I am told, that's actually better than the Tangled Web version with the 3 Tangled Web people in here. That allows you to keep that Weaver on offense to do some fun stuff there. So that's a good thing to do. Plus, nobody's using Doc Ock anywhere. Might as well throw him in. Over here, we're getting rid of that unlimited team, using them on offense for things, and we're putting the Gamma in over here with Nova. It's a good place to put them, treating it like a blank room. And then, of course, Infinity Watch in 1. So that's the new hotness, everybody. Go change your Crucible defense right now. Don't miss out. Remember, if you want to be a part of these conversations, join us live. You can also be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. I have a daily recap video that comes out. We do stream recycles, so you don't need to watch the commercial VODs on Twitch. You can watch the restreams right here on YouTube. Remember, don't just have a good game, be good to yourselves and others too, and I'll see you next time. Bye.